Does I don't know, it's kind of a personal matter, so you guys can talk about what you want to, but James and Iain, you guys are kind of in the primes of your careers and you're doing well and all that. Do you guys have anything set up, or are you looking forward to setting anything up, or do you guys even think about that shit? Because I didn't think about that shit when I was 31. Like, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I was just like, whatever, I got money coming in, I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, like I have some like, savings accounts and investments and stuff like that I put stuff in, but I'm obviously not, as well versed as I'm sure obviously someone like Evan is, or I mean, you've talked to him, know that kind of extent of stuff. I'm sure there's lots of more things I could be doing. Absolutely.
Yeah. But
and that's something that I think a lot of people, they don't realize. It's like, it's just a conversation, to say, hey, what do you have going on? Hey, maybe here's a couple ways in which I could help. Here's a couple ideas and things for things you might be able to do to, maximize what you're doing. And if you want to put it in place, great, I'm happy to help. If not, no big deal. It's literally just a conversation. So yeah, I mean, I think it's always worth having.
James, you were going to say something?
Well, I obviously speak to Yannicka a lot about the future and stuff, but I've just kind of like, I'm always looking to, I've got like, most days of my life, I end up talking about business somewhere or another, not just business, but also investments and every possibility of where I am now and how I'm going forward and what to do. I'm like in a place right now where that's very much a consideration.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to act heavily. I'm just trying to format my next step, but there is certainly these conversations being had, and to a depth as well. Like I plan on, number one, having income from other, avenues, but also like to have something in place that when the time comes that I have something to retire to or leave to children or, whatever. So definitely something, I usually have this conversation at least once a day with Yannicka. So it's definitely something that I'm trying to move towards. And she's very wise with money. Obviously she's from that, she's from the industry where, investments and money and everything is spoke about daily. So I trust her opinion on things and how to spend my money, maximize my return, also how to set up, a safety net for the future for whatever's going to happen or whatever's going to be left after. So, but definitely it's funny because you turn 30 and then that starts to really cross your mind a lot. Yeah. Like, I never used to think about it at all in my 20s.
No,
I was just like bodybuilding, nothing else mattered. And then you reach an age where you start to become a little bit of a, I don't know, you're just different in your whole entire aura. Like, I love being home in my house. You start to appreciate things you've bought. You appreciate all the things that in your life you've accumulated over those 20s. And then when you're 30s, you want to appreciate them and live them. And then you also start thinking about what about after. So I am definitely in that place.
Well, I think it's a couple things. In your 20s, you're not making any money, or you're trying to get to the point where you are making money. And then
because in 20s, I was like, you just got to get really fucking good at something and then money will come.
I know in my 20s, I mean, unless you're a phenom, obviously like Nick Walker's in his 20s, he's probably making a fucking killing. So is Chris Bumstead. But for the most of us, it's like in my 20s, I was trying to get to the point where I was making money. I think I started finally making money in my 30s that I could like actually put away stuff and buy stuff. And then you get older too. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to retire at 40. So I only got 10 years to like really make something out of my fucking career. Right.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of guys have maybe making money. And I always thought about what do I want to do with my money? I just didn't have anybody point me in the right direction.
Yeah. So it happens fast. Like you said, you're in your 20s, you're focused on making money. All of a sudden you find yourself making money, but you go so quickly from not making money to making money that your mind doesn't automatically switch to, okay, what can I do with this money that's smart?
Yeah.
So it happened. The whole thing happened so damn fast.
Yeah.
True.
Well, Evan, you've always been smart. You're still driving like the same car for like the last 10 years, haven't you been?
Yeah. It's starting to get a little rusty, but it's still so trusty.
Evan in the old shit. What you guys want to do some questions?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.